back to all of my subscribers, and welcome if this is the first time you're joining me. My name is Odessa. I'm a mystic intuitive healer. I'm a psychic medium, Reiki master, spiritual coach, and an intuitive tarot card reader. And through the work I'm doing here on YouTube, as well as Instagram, TikTok, and my own website, odessamall.com, I hope to deliver messages to you that will help you to awaken, heal, align, and grow. So today's reading, I'm going to be looking into what miracles, magic, and blessings are headed your way. These are things that you've probably already started to, get a sense of, right? Like through synchronicities, through your sixth sense, your own psychic abilities. Some of these things might be things that you're actively trying to manifest. Others are going to be a total surprise to you. So I have 3 piles for you guys to select from, and I have a little bonus for you this week. So inside each of these 3 boxes that are partnered with each pile is a special symbol. The symbol is going to add to the message that comes through for you. I don't know which symbol is in each box. So what I thought you could do is you could sort of practice your psychic abilities during your pile selection. So what I recommend you do is you either pause the video during the actual pick a card section that I have, that'll come up right after this, or you might just instantly get a message through your intuition. It could be an image that pops into your mind. You might have clairaudience. You might actually hear something, and that will contribute to the message and the authenticity as it comes through, because if you accurately select the image that is in these boxes, then that's just extra confirmation that you do indeed have psychic abilities, that the things that you are intuitively feeling might be coming to you are accurate. They are actually coming to you, right? When I started off on my journey discovering how, intense and deep my own intuition and my psychic gifts went, I had to start off with baby steps. It was little things like that, just like practicing and seeing if I could accurately predict whether, in a pile of cards, whether the next one was going to be like the 7 of clubs, things like that. So pile number 1 is partnered with this seashell. Pile number 2 is partnered with this heart-shaped box that has irises on it, the flower iris. And then pile number 3 has this little metal heart-shaped box that has birds, grapes, and other floral patterns on it. So I will give you guys a second to select your pile, and I will see you in a moment. Welcome back, pile number 1. So you picked the seashell. So let's see what your symbol is. Your symbol is the heart. You have a gold heart. Beautiful. So the miracles, blessings, and magic that are coming to you are coming from a place of love. Let's see how love plays into this. What are your cards? Whoa. So you got home, and this is literally a alien pointing to their heart center. And this is definitely indicating that you are having a major heart expansion. So when we have major heart expansions, when we have any expansion in a chakra at all, it is going to open up so many new opportunities. I'm getting goosebumps. This is indicating to me that you are likely tapping into more of your psychic abilities. You're going to be able to see things much more clearly. You're going to be able to have mastery over your heart energy. So you're going to see people's motivations around this particular individual, or all these bubbles. And inside each bubble is an eyeball, which to me connects back to the 3rd eye. There's also an open eye where the throat chakra would be, which is in between your collarbones at the base of your throat. So you're also going to be able to clearly see behind people's words, and you're also going to be able to really clearly see how you can communicate from your heart. You know, like you must have done some major healing at some point recently where you really I feel like something just clicked for you, where you all of a sudden were clear on who you are and like what you want. And I'm having images of somebody sort of like shaking off the rain, like they're taking off a raincoat, putting down their umbrella, and it's like they're shaking all the rain off of the coat. And you must have just shaken off all of the low vibrational energy, the opinions of others. You know, like you now see it for what it is, which is somebody else's projections. It's not necessarily that you were doing anything wrong or that you weren't living up to the expectations that you should have been meeting. It was that this person has some deep healing to do, and you just need to now follow your own heart, because no matter what I want to say is you realize that no matter how hard you tried, no matter how much work you put in, you were never going to be able to fill up the emptiness inside this person. And as a result of that, they were never going to give that love back to you. So you were just like pouring and pouring and pouring all your beautiful love energy into a bucket that had a hole in it, you know? And now you're like, you know, my bucket doesn't have a hole. I'm just going to pour that love into myself, which is so beautiful. Yes, and you got to shine your light. You are now shining your light. There's a beautiful crystal at this mermaid's heart chakra. You see all the beautiful different layers of who you are. You know, like you are that beautiful crystal. You have been formed through darkness, heat, and pressure. You know, you've gone through something really difficult, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you would necessarily say, well, I've gone through experiences that no one else has ever experienced. You know, it's not a matter of like who's gone through more trauma. You have gone through something that was challenging for you. And it doesn't mean that people didn't love you. It just means that it was very difficult to endure. And you are now rising above it. You're swimming up to the surface of the ocean, and you're shining your light, and you're dedicating yourself to what means something to you. And you are also embracing your own empathic skills. You know, like I get the energy that there's been people in the past that maybe like made you feel shame for having emotions, is what I'm getting. Like you were too emotional or too reactionary. I think they made you feel like they didn't just make you feel, like they actively said to you that you're too emotional or that you are hyper reactive to things, when in reality that wasn't the case at all. It's they could never meet you in the same heart space. That you being as emotional and connected to others and being able to empathize with others made them feel empty, like there was something wrong with them. And to be honest, you know, there is something wrong with that behavior. There's not something wrong with them, but there is definitely something wrong with that kind of reaction to connection. And that's something that they need to heal. And like we all have to go through that, right? Like we've all, this whole life, we are here to learn lessons and grow. Everything that happened to you that formed you into this beautiful diamond happened for a reason. It was painful. It was awful. It feels unjust. But it's so that you can rise up like this mermaid and like really be able to shine, right? We have to be able to understand what darkness is, to be able to see, recognize the light within us. And the only way you can banish a shadow is by shining light on it. And you're doing that. You, I think, have obviously done the work though that you needed to do to now step into your power. You also got Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty, devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. You guys are highly spiritual people. You're deeply connected, and she's literally holding her hands over her heart chakra and it's glowing. That is so beautiful. You guys probably have your own spiritual practices. That could be something that's sort of traditional, like you either go to church or you have an altar or you pray or you have offerings, or you might just connect with nature. You might do something like you got meditation. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet reflection and meditation. You might be embarking on a deeper sense of knowing about your own spiritual powers, if you will. Like, you're starting to recognize that you are able to connect with something really deep. They want me to say Kuan Yin. So for some of you, you might connect with Kuan Yin, the goddess Kuan Yin. I'm also getting images of Isis, so that might resonate, and Mother Mary. So those are all mother goddesses. You know, they are deeply connected to nurturing and beauty and patience and very heart-centered. So you might be connecting on a deeper level with your own mothering energy, and that's bringing about more love into your life, because the final card that you got is new supportive connections. So basically, what the miracles, magic, and blessings that are coming to you are, you have released whatever this attachment is to these people that were not allowing you to shine your light. You're having a huge heart expansion. That's going to raise your vibration. You're seeing yourself as the beautiful goddess, the teacher, they want me to say alchemical wizard, which is a new one. So that is talking about you manifesting. Like, you're really able to create things in your life. You might be interested in magic, right? Especially with Isis, because she's a goddess that's deeply connected to magic. Egyptian culture in general is deeply rooted in manifestation and magic. So you might be starting to, I'm getting the energy like that you're going to start remembering past life energy, that's going to start coming through to you. I have a feeling that many of you actually were able to guess this. You knew that this was a heart. You knew it was a heart. Now, you might have had that image come through to you and you then second guessed yourself because you're like, oh, well, you know, there was heart-shaped boxes. Therefore, that's just my brain going to that. I'm telling you right now, you were told that this was a heart. Like, there's so much connection here with heart center, heart center, heart center, and like they're literally being hearts. So the other miracle, blessing, and manifestation that's coming to you, the magic, is that you're gonna now start connecting with other people that get it. People that are part of your, tribe, if you will. There are like other people that are going through the same journey that are gonna start connecting with you. You probably, if you believe in past lives, you probably knew them in past lives. And the other thing that's coming through is that you're gonna really start connecting with your own creative abilities. I am feeling that for many of you, you have artistic interests, right? Like you might really like to paint, or you like to, they're talking to me about drafting. Interesting. So maybe that's pattern drafting. There's something creative that you like to do with your hands. So it could be playing an instrument. It could be something like, it could be even Reiki, because her hands are glowing. Her hands are glowing, but it doesn't have to be. But there's something that you like to do with your hands that is creative, and you've been working at it, and you're like, oh, well, it's always just going to be a hobby. I'm good. Like, I'm good enough for me to have fun doing this, but I'm not good enough for it to be like something that I do professionally. you're about to have a huge upgrade, because actually the interest that you have in whatever it is, it's based on building blocks from past lives. You know how like some people come in to this life and they're like prodigies. They just like Mozart, just born. Although he wasn't a musical family, his father was a music teacher and he was studying from a young age. He definitely had an aptitude for music and instrumentation that other kids that were studying as much did not have an aptitude for, right? There are people that are literally prodigies, and it's because they have been honing the same skill for lifetimes. It wasn't the first time Mozart had composed music, right? So you're gonna start getting access to some of those gifts, and it's all through your heart space. And it's a matter of you having faith and really believing that you are going to be able to do this, right? And also, I'm being told that you're supposed to be really trusting that this information is coming to you through your intuition. You're being guided in a certain way. And I picked up that pile and one card was left. And I was just going to pick it up and put it back on the pile. I was told to look at it. And it says negotiation. There is a goddess here. It is number 7. And 7 is talking about alignment and alignment of even the chakras, because there are 7 colors in the rainbow. There are 7 days in the week. There are 7 primary chakras. And there's literally a sun and a moon. You found that balance in yourself. And now, you are going to be the one that is controlling all the energy. This particular card makes me think of another card in another deck, actually, that I've talked about in some of my other readings, where it's a woman and she's moving planets around her, signifying that she is the brightest star. She's the sun, because all planets rotate around the sun. That's what this card is talking about as well. You're stepping into your power where you're literally going to be controlling everything. There's not going to be any negotiations with other people to get what you want. No, you're in control. You are your energy and your desire to have a beautiful, abundant life where you are deeply connected to your own spiritual knowledge in whatever way you decide to take action on that, and have deep-rooted connections with people that love the same things as you, and feeling like at peace and blissful. That's what this meditation card is talking about. And really being able to allow yourself to love deeply without fear that someone is going to take advantage of you, and be able to shine your light and be emotional and like cry at commercials or get passionate about injustices. That's another thing that people that are empathic, we have a strong sense of responsibility and justice. And when something feels unjust, we are the people that want to say, no, that shouldn't be happening. And it's like from a young age, we get told, nope, you're not allowed to voice your opinion. And it's because our parents or the other adults around us have too much fear around that. They have fear around being, singled out. They're afraid of their own light. That's for them to deal with. They have their own guides that are helping them, right? You've played the role that you need to. Now it's time for you to be the sun. Let's see what else is going to be happening for pile number 1. What miracles, magic, and blessings are coming to them. All right. So you are going to be getting messages, strong messages through your intuition. You just got 2 cards that have Mercury on them, also known as Hermes. And he is a messenger from the gods. He is also a trickster energy. He's actually associated with Loki, right? In Norse mythology, he'd be associated with Loki. So You are about to get very organized with the things that you want to reap, right? This is somebody literally reaping the wheat. They're harvesting it, right? It's grown, it's ready to harvest. It's going to be a matter of you basically being able to survey, and you're like, I would like that, I would like that, I would like that. You've placed your order with the universe, and now all the opportunities are opening up to you. Which doors are you going to walk through? That's up to you, right? With this organization card, you're going to be guided through your intuition towards the doorways. And it's really up to you which doorways you want to walk through. And as a result of this, you are going to be given so much fortune, so much. I mean, this card literally has the sun on it, glowing down with God, it's just covered in stars, glowing down on the earth. You are going to be given opportunities for, they want me to say fame and fortune. So fame is something that it can mean a lot of different things. Like, it can mean that you're literally going to be a celebrity, but it can mean that you're going to be respected and loved within your community, within your family, and that could be chosen family. You are going to be recognized for all of the beauty that you bring to the world, other people's lives. All of the effort that you put in is going to be recognized, and you're going to be able to use all of your skills. That's the other energy, because I feel like you have a lot of different interests. You've been studying a lot of things. I think that you have an actual job. Then you have things that I get the energy for some of you, you actually had double majors, or you went to school for one thing and then you switched into doing something else. And it's kind of been like that extra skill has been sort of languishing, right? Like, it's like you're not using it on a daily basis. And for some of you, it's not like a school thing. It's like you have an ability to write, for example, but you never share that with anyone else. It's just your own sort of secret pleasure. Or you're really good, like going back to the drafting, like maybe you're really good at either drafting clothes, because that's typically what pattern is referred to, as you draft a pattern to create a new garment. But drafting can also be about architecture. It can be about creating anything. Like, this could be like you drafting plans for landscaping. You could be drafting plans for that. You could be drafting a business plan. Like, you could be drafting, it's you coming up with something that you want to do, right? They just keep saying that back to me over and over and over again. So you have a plan, or you have a skill, or you have a hobby, or something that you're really good at, or you have multiple that you haven't been able to use because, say, you're working at a bank or you're working at a grocery store, but your side hustle or your hobby is photography. And then you also really like baking, and you really like floral arranging, and you really love adult coloring books, like all of that. All of a sudden, some idea is going to come to you, or it could be coming through another person, and it's going to let you use all of those skills. With this adaptability card, you've got this four-armed goddess, and you are going to be able to utilize everything, and it's going to bring you into alignment with this recognition and possibly a lot of financial reward. Like, it really could be. Now, as a result of this, all of these people that hurt you and really cause you to question yourself, they are going to be really regretting the decisions that they made, because this indecision card shows this angel, and the angel is made up of, there's a constellation superimposed over the angel, and then there's a figure over here sort of weeping in the shadows behind the tree. And then you also got the revenge card. So basically, by following your intuition and sort of taking action on the doorways that are going to be opened up to you, that are going to be rooted in an opportunity. There's going to be something that you could actually participate in. There's going to be people that are brought into your life, and you're going to have to risk it. You're going to have to just trust that this person isn't going to hurt you, because I'm being told that you are being shielded from toxic energies. So the people that are brought into your life are going to be there to help you. Now, it might not be that that's your big win. Like, all of a sudden you collaborate with someone and that's it. Now you have your fortune. No, it could be a stepping stone to meet another person. But it's all sort of leading you down a pathway towards like major fortune and public recognition. It's really gonna get you to feel full. Like, your heart isn't gonna feel empty. Your heart is gonna feel full. Like, I colored this heart in with gold. Like, you are gonna feel so abundant and full. And as a result of that, ultimately that's going to be the revenge on these people. You're not going to have to actually like do anything. These people are going to feel like so crappy about themselves because they feel like there isn't enough for everyone. So now they're like, oh, we burned that bridge with, you know, pile number one, and now I'm never going to be able to be publicly recognized. Like, they'd love to be part of your entourage. I highly recommend you don't let them back in. That's what I would recommend. I would leave them to deal with their own karma, because ultimately, if you do let them back in, I know that you're a heart-centered person and you're so loving and caring and you want the best for everyone and you see the best in people. So you want the best for them, but they'll lower your vibration because they'll be up to their old tricks again. They won't allow you to shine. They'll end up sort of like shaking or rattling your foundation. So it's way better for you to listen to your intuition, right? Because I keep mentioning that you've got Mercury here and the angel. I mean, there's really strong angelic energy coming through, as well as I mentioned Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, and Isis. So listen to your intuition and watch for those doorways to open for you. So let me see if I could get like a couple final cards just to kind of get like, when is all of this supposed to be unfolding for pile number one? What can you tell us about timing, or like what do they need to do? I just heard wait. So you have to wait. Divine timing, right? Like, I mean, everything happens exactly when it's meant to, which is it can be really stressful waiting, but ultimately it is in your benefit, because sure, you could pick an orange off of the tree the minute you see it sort of getting to a certain size, but it might taste really bitter. Wait until it's ripe, because then it's going to be the juiciest. All right, so yes, you've got the moon. So this is indicating that it's a secret. There are certain things that are going to be unfolding for you as far as timing goes. They want them to be a surprise. And I know how frustrating that can be when I tell you, like, they don't want you to know because they want it to be a surprise. And you're like, I'm suffering over here. Like, I don't want a surprise. I want to know what's good is happening to me now. And I want to know how, like, when it's going to be here so that I can just sort of grit my teeth and get through this. I totally get that. But ultimately, when the surprise comes through, it should make it all the more sweeter, right? So there is also, they want me to also say that if you know in advance when it's happening, you might actually end up delaying it, because they want you to naturally make decisions as you would based on the headspace you're in right now, because that's what will keep the timing the way it's already laid out. But if you know exactly what's going on, you might accidentally make a decision that's not in your favor, if that makes sense. So they're keeping you in the dark, bottom line. they're asking you to just continue to work on these skills. You got the Seven of Pentacles, which is talking about skill development. So maybe there's a class or like a book that you've been wanting to read. For some of you, I'm feeling like some of you are interested in knowing more about crystals and like learning about crystals and their properties. Like, I highly recommend getting like a crystal deck. This is my newest crystal deck. I did a walkthrough of this. This is called, I think it's the Radiant Crystal. Yeah, the Radiant Crystal Oracle. I love this deck because it has all of this information on every crystal on the back of the card. So as I'm working with it, it's like I'm studying crystals that I'm not as familiar with. So you might want to get something like that. It's almost like flashcards to learn about the different crystals. And I mean, with anything that, like, they're talking about Audible. Audible's amazing. Audible is so great if you want to learn about witchcraft. They have all kinds of like the classic texts on audiobook, and you can just listen to it at your leisure. YouTube has a ton of metaphysical books that are also recorded, like audiobooks. Now, because of copyright, these are all books that were from the turn of the century, but they are really valuable pieces of literature. And they're not like what you would imagine a turn of the century book to sound like. It's not like you're going to be listening to Shakespeare or like Oliver Twist. They're easy to understand. They're like for the common person, but they're all free. So you could dive into something like that. And ultimately, the this cycle that you're currently in is closing out, and you're just at the precipice of a brand new abundance cycle opening up for you, because that you got the World. So it's just a matter of continue doing what you're doing, and everything is going to all of a sudden like shift. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite rapid. Like, there'll be a moment where you just know, like, you're like, this is it. This is when things start to change. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. This was super, super fun. If anyone is interested in having a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking information and scheduling is available there. I do tarot card readings, spiritual coaching, Akashic records, past life readings, and of course I do Reiki as well. And this month I'm running a contest so you can win a free reading with me. All you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and comment on this video or any other video within this month. And then on the first of the month, I'm going to be announcing the winner on my community tab. And please like and share this video. It helps with the energy exchange, which benefits both you and I. So I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 2, welcome back. So you picked the little heart-shaped box with the irises on it. So let's take a look and see what your secret symbol is. You got the 4-leaf clover. I love that. So this is saying that there are some miracles that are about to take place for you. This is like major good luck energy that for me is connected to the unexpected. You know, this is for me connected to the energy of like leprechauns and like pots of gold at the end of rainbows. You know, it's something that is going to just pop up in your life. You are not expecting it. It's going to be something very unusual. And you're going to feel very blessed, but you don't see this coming at all, I don't think. All right, let's find out what your cards are. You got root chakra, ground, and center. So it's definitely something that's happening in the physical world. The root chakra is connected to Gaia, our earthly experience, what, you know, connects us to being human. And you got endless opportunities. And there is a woman here looking at all of these little bubbles, and inside every bubble is a butterfly. So this is talking about how there might be more than one opportunity, and they're saying to me butterfly effect. So if you time this right and you really listen to your intuition and you take advantage of certain opportunities, it's going to be like a domino effect, or like the butterfly effect, where it's like one thing affects another thing. And my feeling is that if you select the right butterfly, all of a sudden all the other bubbles are going to pop and you are going to have an ample selection of different opportunities and blessings. You got great achievement. Wow. So there might be some sort of like award or opportunity you've been kind of hoping for, but it might be something that's like sort of feels out of reach. You know, it's kind of feeling like it's like a daydream or something that's nice to sort of like fantasize about, but it's like really out of reach. Like the energy I'm getting is like somebody who wants to be an actor, but really their only experience has been being in like school plays in high school, and they haven't done any acting since. And all of a sudden, you know, like they get approached by a casting agent like when they're at Starbucks or something. Like this is going to be something very unusual, but it's going to give you a big achievement. You could be like getting an award or a promotion. Like, I mean, this could be a promotion at work where you didn't even realize that the business was thinking of creating a new department, or they were setting up another office. Like maybe you've always wanted to move to California and you're living in like the Midwest, and you are hoping that one day, you know, your life path will take you to live in, say, LA, and all of a sudden your office announces that they are either merging with another company, or they're opening up another office, or there is an opportunity to work from home so you can literally live anywhere, something like that. I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do with like work, but it's going to be something that you want that's really unexpected. Okay, you also got unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. That is so interesting. So, I mean, for this card, it makes me feel like there is some things that you felt sort of tied to. Now, this could be people. It could be like you felt responsible for taking care of family members, or you have felt responsible, like maybe you've been working for a particular company for years and years and years, and they helped you get through school or something. Like some jobs will pay for part of tuition, or like will give training, and you feel like kind of like you owe it to them to stay. And there's going to be something that shifts where you no longer feel like you're responsible to this stuff. Now, it could be past life energies, and when that comes through, it's typically where we have a fear or a phobia around doing something or something happening to us that we can't necessarily explain. Like we just don't know why we feel so afraid of a particular place, or like it could be anything. I mean, it could be like you're just really afraid of flying, right? And it turns out, I mean, you might not remember the past life, but lots of people have fear of flying. Well, there was a lot of people that lost their lives during the Second World War when fighter pilots were, you know, really used within warfare. You know, there's a connection there. I'm not saying that you're going to have past life memories come back or anything. It'll just be a shift in energy where all of a sudden something that had been really frightening to you all of a sudden is just sort of dissipates. This could also be connected to relationships where you've been sort of feeling fearful about like maybe getting back out there or dating because of bad experiences in the past, and all of a sudden it's like you know, it's an energetic cord is cut, and you feel freed from those feelings. But that's definitely coming forward. And then you also got wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Oh my God, that connects so beautifully back with this. So there could have been some people that were very challenging in your life, your adversaries, people that were opponents to you, and you were feeling like you were, you know, missing out on life or missing out on opportunities, or you were tied to something that you didn't want to be tied to, but you didn't know any way of unbinding yourself, and all of a sudden you just like have the wisdom to be able to set yourself free. It could be, like I was saying, just spontaneous, right? Like with this energy of the 4-leaf clover, you just wake up one day and all of a sudden it doesn't bother you anymore. And it's because there's been an energetic upgrade, possibly even to your root chakra, you know, maybe some shift in your energy field, which you would possibly know about. Like, I'm getting the sense that you guys have strong intuition and that you do notice synchronicities around you. But I do get the energies for many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, that you kind of second guess it a little bit. Like you're almost like, I'm just reading into that. Like you want to believe, you desperately would like to believe, but your logic mind keeps pulling you back to like the real world. And you are gonna all of a sudden have this expansion where I feel like you're gonna be in a place where you're balanced, where you're able to have both of those things be true. Like me, I totally believe in science. Like I believe in all of the advancements that we've had in modern medicine and science, but I also believe that they dovetail beautifully with our spiritual nature. Like they're not mutually exclusive. They partner together. They work beautifully together. And you're going to get to that point too. And it's going to help you to understand why this stuff happened to you with these people or these experiences. And all of a sudden, it's going to be like that bubble pops. All of these endless opportunities are going to start streaming towards you. And I'm being told, get ready. Get ready. That like, right now, you might kind of feel like things are a bit slow is the energy I'm getting. Like you're like bored. Like you're like feeling kind of bored by life. And it's like you just need to wait because like on this card, they're pointing out to me that on the bottom of the card, there's a moth. Well, moths are nocturnal. They see in the darkness. You are likely connected to shadow work. You know, being a shadow worker, meaning you've experienced a lot of pain, you've been around people that were probably could be considered toxic or the dynamics were toxic, and you're having to find a way to sort of root yourself and feel grounded in your life and free of these lower vibrational energies so you can achieve your great achievement. And then you're going to rise up out of the darkness towards the light because this moth, like I said, nocturnal, seeing at night, being awake at night, is now flying towards the sun, which is the polar opposite, right? Diurnal. So that is so fascinating. I'm so excited. Let's find out some more about like what actual opportunities. Oh, they want me to go with this one. So what are these blessings, magic, and miracles that are coming to pile number 2? What is actually going to be unfolding for them? Ooh, okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh my God, this is so exciting. Okay, yes, so you got the restlessness card. So what I was picking up on before, you're feeling a little bit restless about what you are doing in your life. You're feeling like you want to move forward. You want to start discovering new things. You got the discovery card. And you are unsure about what way to move forward because I think that you're still sort of like cutting ties with the manipulation of the past. Like, I'm getting the energy that it's a lot of people, and you're going to start sort of seeing their motivations for what they actually are, which is like, it can be their own self-limiting beliefs. Like sometimes people just are rooted in thinking that there isn't enough for everyone. So every piece of advice they give you comes from that place. They don't mean to hurt you, but their own self-limiting beliefs are holding them back and you back. You're being encouraged to break ties with that And you're going to have to start seeing that for what it is and start seeing your limitless potential. But you're definitely getting messages. Like your intuition is getting stronger because Mercury is on this card and messenger from the gods. I'm getting the energy too that you're self-doubting. You're still thinking that maybe this is just a figment of your imagination. But like, you know as well as I do that this has been going on for your whole life. This isn't like just started. Like there's been situations like this that have come up your entire life, but you just didn't have anyone else to talk to about it. And you felt like everyone has these experiences. They don't. And that was one of the things that I had to learn. I was in a bubble as well. I was like, I had just assumed everyone had like mystical, magical experience happen to them and they had psychic abilities. So what I was experiencing wasn't different or unique. It was only later on in my adult life that I realized, whoa, no. This isn't happening to everybody. And it's not happening. The things that are happening to you are signs from your own guides. And they're telling you that there are some major opportunities coming towards you, but you're going to have to start shifting your principles, or at least focusing on what your principles are. You've got vision. I do think that many of you have clairvoyance, so you have the gift of clear sight. You are able to have visions. It might come through in dreams. For me, clairvoyance comes through in just images in my own mind. Like I'll just be sitting, eating breakfast, not really paying attention to anything, maybe even watching TikTok or something, and all of a sudden I'll have like an image pop into my mind that's totally unrelated to anything that I'm doing. That is clairvoyance. Then like initially I had to go and learn what those things meant, right? There was deep study. You don't have to learn it all overnight, but you do have to pay attention to stuff like that. And when you feel called, just look it up online, right? Like whatever answer comes through to you will be the right answer, right? Don't think that, well, how do I know what's the right answer? Well, your guides are in control of everything. They're going to make sure that whatever comes up for you in the search engine is the answer that you need to see. So don't worry about that. Just listen to your intuition. I do think you're going to start seeing things as well. Like it's almost like you're going to have an expansion where you start to feel in the energy around these lower vibrational people, the people that are sort of in their self-limiting beliefs. You're going to feel that something is off. It's almost like, if you've ever spent time around children and they are trying to convince you that they are allowed to do something that you know very well that they're not only do you cognitively know that they're not allowed to eat, say, junk food for dinner, but you can feel it in their energy. You can see it in their body language. That's going to be amplified. You're going to see that in other people even more. And you're being encouraged to just like listen to your principles, because the big opportunities that are coming forward for you is an opportunity to be independent. And you also got ostentation. So, and there's a very rich woman here sitting on this cart. And there is the goddess Venus here as well. So you are going to go through a glow up. You are going to be looking more beautiful, more abundant. I think you're going to get a lot more money somehow. It could be a one-time gift, but it could be a raise, like this great achievement. You're going to be upgrading your closet. You're going to be dressing the way you've always wanted to, is the energy I'm getting. Like, I feel like you've had to do a lot of sacrifices for other people. And you're going to be dressing the way that you want. You are like, this is Isis on this card. You are going to be standing independently like a goddess, but I definitely get the energy that you might be traveling. You could be going on a vacation, which is going to give you a really nice break. But it could also be, like I was saying before, actually moving, because the discovery card, the restlessness card, the independence card, and the ostentation card all have imagery on them about moving, traveling, going somewhere new. Now, the other energy that's coming forward for you is romance. You got the romance card. So there's definitely something going on when it comes to love. If you are single, this could be a brand new person coming into your life, you know, sweeping you off your feet. This could be just energy of love, where you, if you're single and you've been sort of like closed off from dating, all of a sudden you start feeling like, you know what, maybe it would be fun. Maybe I'll just like see, you know, what's out there. It could be like, you know, you're not interested in like dating anyone at all, but all of a sudden people are really interested in you and you're like, what the hell? Go on a couple of dates. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Because you just want to do it just for the fun of it. Like, you have literally no expectations that you're going to find the one or anything. So you're just into it. If you're already in a relationship, this feels like a brand new level of intimacy with your partner. You know, if you've been having conflicts, it's you guys coming back together. It could be, you know, you guys just getting back to that place of romance and connection that maybe you disconnected from in the beginning. This would be like the energy of two people that get so busy with work or their lives, or kids, right? Kids can really, 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 you know, take the romance out of a relationship when you have so many responsibilities. You know, like that can really make it hard. Not impossible by any means, but difficult. And that could be that you all of a sudden have an opportunity to have like date nights together or something like that. There's definitely romance coming towards you, and you know, for each of you, it will be coming to you in a different way, which is really exciting. Yeah, this is great. I'm also getting the energy that there's something that I feel like you're going to be starting to focus on beauty more. Like there's something coming forward, like I mentioned already, with you spending more time on the clothes, possibly makeup, hair, that you really, like you're willing to spend the money that maybe you had been hanging on to before. You're treating yourself is what I want to say. But I'm also getting the energy of you seeing more beauty around you in general. Like just seeing opportunities for you to live a luxurious life. You know, like making everything an event instead of waiting for special occasions. So dressing up for no reason, just because you feel like it, just because you are existing in this world and you want to feel amazing. So you're going to dress up. No longer feeling like you need to do it to impress another person, which is, God, is that ever a gift? Like, too much of our effort is put into trying to impress other people, and then like they don't reciprocate. They don't appreciate it. You are going to be doing that just for you, and that if you are single, that's easily why this could be bringing in some attention with love. And I mean with Venus, like come on, the goddess of love and beauty, and Isis, also goddess of love and beauty. Like, wow, this is exciting. All right, so what does pile 2 need to do to sort of like bring this energy in, cut ties, like bring these achievements, opportunities, money, luxury into their life? What do they need to be doing? Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, so you are definitely still in the energy at this point for the majority of you where you're still a little bit tied to some of this energy that maybe is sort of pulling you down. Like I said, it could be other people. It could be just our own self-limiting beliefs, feeling like we don't have the opportunities that we deserve to have or that we need to have to be able to manifest these miracles. But your guides are confirming to me that these are just sort of, you can't see them, right? Because it's going to be a surprise. But they are sort of circulating around you, and it's just a matter of you walking away from the things that don't fill you up anymore And that is easier said than done. I really understand, because this Eight of Cups card is talking about walking away from things that we've spent energy and time filling. You know, these are things that these cups are all full. They're not spilled over. So these are things like walking away from friends that we don't feel aligned with anymore, or walking away from a job, finding a new job when we feel like we're just bored every day and we don't feel challenged, or we just don't like maybe the morals and values of the company that we're working for, right? Yeah, there's healthcare. Yeah, we have a decent paycheck, but we hate everything that the company stands for. That kind of energy. Now, I'm not saying you're going to quit your job today and then everything is going to work out. What you're going to do is you're going to start the process of this, and you're being encouraged to start working towards the things that you want. The Seven of Pentacles is talking about skill development. So if you've been thinking about wanting to go back to school and you were like, I'm too old, or, you know, it's too expensive, and oh, what if I don't get in? You'll never know if you're going to get into a program or how successful you're going to be unless you try. And if you don't do it, you know 100% what the outcome will be, that you fail, right? Because you didn't even give yourself the opportunity. So if you've been wanting to move, you've been wanting to go on a trip, you've been wanting to take up a new class, you've been wanting to like maybe develop even your psychic abilities more, or you've been wanting to buy yourself that expensive dress that you can't stop thinking about, or you've been wanting to go and try that new hair salon, or you really want to go to that new restaurant, do it. Lean into that stuff. Start treating yourself like the goddess or god that you are. You got the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very fiery, passionate queen. She is very in tune with her manifestation abilities. This is a queen that's connected to the energy of magic in general. She is the person that's going to be able to manifest miracles in her life without having to put in a lot of effort. She just has this energy where she knows who she is. She's that bitch, and she knows it, and she is going to make sure that the whole world knows that. Now, in her best energy, she is also a great collaborator. She is somebody who gets a thrill from being around other passionate people. She loves to collaborate. She is somebody who is possibly an entrepreneur or an influencer. This could be someone who's on the public stage. They are somebody who draws attention. They like to be seen. They're comfortable being seen. That doesn't mean that they have to be like, constantly tap dancing for other people. This is the energy of somebody who really holds their head up high. They have complete confidence in who they are. They're very graceful. This is also fashionista type energy. Like, they really know about glamour, style, and that doesn't mean that they're a carbon copy of what is considered fashionable by, like, I guess fashion houses or the media or whatever. This is somebody who knows about their own personal style. Like, they have thought about it, they know what works for them, and they go with it 100%. And so you're being encouraged to start taking the steps to walk away from the things that don't serve you anymore. Just shed the baggage, because there's got to be, like, just start off with one thing, right? You don't have to, like, do everything all at once. There's got to be one thing in your life that you know that you don't want to do anymore. And just try and release that one thing, right? And then start thinking about what you want to replace that time with. So if you don't want to be doing, like, say, your kid's laundry anymore, I'm, like, thinking about if you have, like, a teenager or somebody that is, capable, or your boyfriend, like, you don't want to do laundry for the entire house anymore, great, then don't. Then make sure that you draw that line in the sand that you're no longer going to be doing that, and then let it go, right? That means that you're going to have to actually let them just let their laundry pile up because eventually they're going to run out of clothes. And they'll just have to do it, right? You tell them that you'd be happy to help them to learn how to do their laundry. You'll show them how to do it. But from now on, they're going to be doing their own laundry. And you are going to start dedicating that time to listening to an audiobook, painting, listening to the music that you love, spending time with your friends, going and having coffee, whatever it is, you're going to reallocate that time to one of these tasks, one of these skill development tasks that make you feel like that bitch. So that is what is coming to you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If any of you are interested in having a one-on-one personal reading with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. All of my booking and service information is available there. I do tarot card readings, spiritual coaching, Reiki. I do past life readings, the Akashic Records. And if you would like to participate in this month's contest to win a free mini reading with me, all you have to do is subscribe and comment on this video. And if you could like and share this video, that would be amazing. It really helps with the energy exchange. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next reading. Take care. Hi, pile number 3, welcome back. So you picked the metal heart-shaped box. Let's see what your symbol is. You got the star. I love this. So I associate the star with miracles, wish fulfillment. This could also be connected with fame, public recognition. So let's see what your cards are, and we'll see how this all connects. So you got reclaim your energy. Wow, so this particular card is connected to balanced chakras. It's connected to increased psychic abilities, specifically an opening in your third eye. It's also connected to a Kundalini awakening, which is a surge of energy that surges through your spine, opening up your crown chakra. It will increase your psychic abilities and your connection with the higher realms, which is wild. So this definitely feels like you are going to be having an expansion and an increase in psychic abilities. That's cool. And you also got the unique gifts card. So there's possibly some new psychic abilities coming through to you. This alien creature, it has a glowing heart. So this is going to be an increase in a ability or an aptitude that is going to help you to fulfill your life purpose, your deepest desires, your wish fulfillment. So when I'm talking about you're going to have some expansion in your psychic abilities, don't think that it means that you're going to start speaking to the ghosts of people who have crossed over or stuff like that. People really underestimate what a psychic ability or a spiritual gift is. These are going to be gifts that come through that give you an edge over other people so that you can fulfill whatever it is that you've been wanting to do. And you've been wanting to have happy success. You have the happy success card. So you have, and this person has, their hands are glowing, which I connect with Reiki. We also have chakras in the palms of our hands. We absorb energy through our left hand and we release it through our right hand. So you've got the chakras in the palms glowing, the heart chakra, then you've got the third eye, as well as you've got the coil, the DNA strand that's connected back to the Kundalini energy. And you also got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive Hits Soul Tribe. Oh my God. And then you got guidance. You're not alone. You are guided by masters and teachers of the highest realms. Wow. You guys are about to have a major explosion in your psychic abilities. If you're already working in the spiritual realm, you know what I'm talking about. You're about to have like a major upgrade where the gifts that you already have are going to be coming through sharp and clear. You're not going to have to work as hard to connect. And you probably won't realize how sort of difficult it was for you until like you look back. Hindsight is 2020, right? When I look back and I see and I think about how connected I was at the beginning of my journey to now, it's like night and day, right? I was connected then as well, but I had to like work at it more. Now it's just like, it's just there, you know, like I'm just, it's tuned into a frequency that is just so precise and easily accessible for me. And you are going to have some sort of expansion in that regard as well. And it looks like it is helping you to connect with other people where it looks like you might be passing on your own knowledge. Now, it could be that you're going to be a spiritual teacher, but it does not have to be. This could be you are all of a sudden going to, you know, have a brilliant idea that's going to solve a problem that you've been having at work that brings you so much happy success and accolades. You know, this is the kind of energy where it's like all of a sudden you feel like you're going to quit your job and go it on your own because you want to take, you know, whatever your career is in a different direction. And we've heard stories about people where they like were working for, especially in tech, where they're working for huge tech giants and they just want to do things a different way. They decide that they're going to go a different direction. And they take a big risk and they leave their jobs and all of a sudden they like come up with something that's an even bigger success, right? It's going to be something like that. Now you might not just like quit your job. That is just an example. But it definitely feels like all of a sudden you're going to get this idea and you're going to be so drawn. Like I get this feeling like it's going to be crystal clear. Like you're going to get this download and you're just going to know like, this is it. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. There's not going to be any doubt in your mind and in your heart. You're not going to be thinking like, should I take this risk? Should I try this business? Should I take this class? Should I trust this person? No, you're going to know 100%, no doubts whatsoever. Yeah, this is incredible. It's definitely something that you're already passionate about, but I feel like there's a missing piece, right? Like there's some sort of missing piece involved in this where like you might have always wanted to go back to school and take a particular program, but you didn't have the finances, or, you know, you might have been in the wrong city, or, you know, you might have kids and you needed babysitters for kids or something. And all of a sudden, all of that is just going to like fit into place. You're not going to have any barriers against you doing this. And it's going to feel like, oh yeah, the guidance is definitely to walk in this direction, because you know, here is somebody just out of the blue saying, you know, I'd love to have the kids over, you know, every week, you know, you could go and take a class, or you could, like, you're not even asking somebody to do something. Like, they're offering. It's just the universe is aligning you with everything that you need, so you have no excuses, and you're just going to move forward with this guidance so that you can create more growth and blossoming within your own life. Oh, that's exciting. So let's get some more information about like, well, what it is. Like, what are the miracles, blessings, and opportunities that are coming to pile number 3? Ooh. Okay, said that's enough. So this is so crazy, because this restlessness card that has Mercury or Hermes on it has come out in every single pile. So if you guys aren't aware, Hermes is the messenger of the gods. he's also a trickster god. You know, there's duality to his energy. He would be connected to, like, the equivalent would be Loki in Norse mythology. But this has come out in every single pile. So you are definitely being guided towards your life's purpose is the energy I'm getting. Alignment towards what you've always wanted to do. It's deep in your heart. You've been, like, there is a compass. You have found your direction, or you will be finding your direction. And you are getting this through your psychic abilities. You got the empathy card, and this has imagery on it of clairaudience. So you might hear things. This card can also be talking about being aligned with people that are very empathetic and very loyal. So you might have needed to have the assistance from other people to sort of make this dream come true. You know, like maybe you had an idea for a business or a product or something, but you needed other people that had other expertise. Like maybe you have the creative vision, but you need someone who has the business know-how, or somebody who understands about marketing, and all of a sudden you just end up chatting with someone and they have exactly the skills that you're looking for. There's something like that that's coming in because you're being protected as you walk this path. You got the protection card, and this has a tiger on it, which is a symbol of intuition and guidance, being guided through the darkness. Like, you probably don't really know exactly where this is leading you. You're inspired, or at least if you're not yet, you will be. You got the inspiration card. And you're just going to have to sort of have faith. Now, there is an energy here where you are going to have to sort of overcome possibly either the self-limiting beliefs of others or possibly your own self-doubts, because you got the domination card and you got the assertion card. So there could be something inside yourself, or it could be some people in your life that are telling you that this is a bad idea, or you're being reckless, and you're being encouraged to overcome that, to really assert yourself, because you're being guided towards what looks like really strong appreciation. You got the appreciation card. There's this glorious woman playing an instrument. There's a bluebird, a symbol of getting messages from spirit, and there's a cornucopia. So there is going to be a major payoff. You're going to be getting a lot more financial abundance. It also looks like you're going to have time to invest in the things that you just love. It could be switching careers so that you're actually doing something that you love on a day-to-day basis. Because I get the energy that for some of you, because I just heard grinding, that some of you are like, have jobs, you hate them, you don't mind the people that you work with, they're okay, but you literally hate every minute that you're at work. And it's like you're doing it because the pay is decent, or, you know, at least it's stable income, but you are not passionate about it at all. And it's like there is something you're very passionate about. You're being sort of like drawn towards something. It's like you got the seduction card, which has a lot of love imagery on it. It also has Eve holding the apple. There's something that is sort of like seducing you that you know would be your ideal situation, but you're afraid that you're going to, like, it's going to backfire on you, but you're totally being protected. It's just a matter of you having the confidence to move forward with it. There's got to be a way forward for you to move towards this goal or take action on this, like, insight, this, like, guidance that you're getting without sort of jeopardizing everything that you already have. So that might be that if it's a workplace environment, maybe you're gonna have to start planning an escape, you know, like on the weekends. I know that when you really hate a job, like the weekends, it's like you're recharging, like you need especially I get the energy you're an empath, so you might be working with a lot of toxic people, and so when you're at home on the weekend, it's like you're so drained, you just want to sleep like this baby here, and it's like you try and invest in the things that are fun for you, but it's like you need a day to recuperate, and then by the time you're recuperated, it's like then you start dreading having to go back to work, because it's like you took all Saturday to recuperate, then your Sunday, and then you have to go back to work. This is a bad cycle for you. That is not a good cycle for you. So start investing in the things that you actually love and that bring you joy, because that's going to help balance out your energy. I definitely highly recommend that you start protecting your own energy. You're being protected from bad situations, like people that would throw you off track, but you're gonna have to protect your own energy and start sort of retraining your own brain, because I think that there's some negative self-talk. Like there's still some things in your mind that are telling you that you know that this idea of yours is the ideal situation, but you're thinking, is it just idealism? Like, am I reading into this? Am I like fooling myself into thinking that this is going to be the perfect situation for me, but really it is going to like, destroy what I've already built? And it's not. It looks like you're going to be lining up with all of these really, really powerful people as well, right? The soul tribe that card is talking about. And it's like the energy I get is that you're supposed to be in the public eye. There's some sort of miracle, or you're supposed to be, they want me to say you're supposed to be a star. Now, take that, in a way that resonates for you. Like, not everyone is comfortable being in the public eye, but you're going to be recognized for all of your talents and skills. You're going to be seen as someone who is really special and illuminated. It could be just your knowledge, like illumination. The fact that that's what just channeled out, like you might be inspiring others and illuminating like new ways of being for them, leading by example. And it doesn't necessarily mean for all of you that you're going to be doing more in your life. Your intuition might be telling you that you need to be doing less. Your intuition might be telling you that you need to cut yourself off from the rat race. Stop fighting with people to like get ahead, and just, buy that cottage or that house in a small town and just slow things down entirely. Like spend more time like cooking, playing guitar, being around people that you love, really like spending time in nature. Like that could be what you're being guided to. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's like doing more. It could be doing less, which is really beautiful. I love that. So let me get some more cards. Let's see. So what does pile number 3 need to do to bring in this shift, this change? For some of you, like with this psychic abilities, you might be gaining some of these skills. Like you might be thinking to yourself, I don't know what she is talking about. I don't have any psychic abilities, but I feel like you're going to start having an awareness of the skills that you do have. Having clairaudience. Some of you have an aptitude for energetic healing, and that's just a matter of either being very cleansing to others or soothing to others when you're around them, but you might actually want to start doing some energetic healing on yourself, or just practice it. Like going through and having Reiki training done is very valuable, and it does increase your abilities. But I can tell you from personal experience, I was able to channel Reiki energy before I became a Reiki healer. It increased. And the potency of my healing is dramatically increased, and it increased with every level of training and attunement. But I was definitely able to channel energy before I did any of that training. That's how I knew that I was supposed to go in that direction. All right, so what does pile number 3 need to do to bring in this abundance and opportunities and clarity and meet these people? And, you know, are there any other opportunities or blessings that are coming to them that there's someone that's going to come and help you is the energy I'm getting. Yeah, you got a lot of cards coming up. There's someone that's going to come and give you clarity or assistance. It could be like you meet a new best friend, like someone that helps you to sort of understand your own gifts. Maybe possibly, I mean, this says you're being guided by masters and teachers. This could be you connecting with somebody in the physical world that is a Reiki healer or has had Reiki done, or they are psychic themselves, and or, you know, it could be someone who's also gone through experiences with toxic people who underestimated them or tried to control them or dominate them or were toxic in some way, and they're going to be able to help you have the clarity that you're looking for, right? That all of a sudden they say one thing and you're like, whoa, I get it. This makes so much sense. And it's like a light switch is flipped in your brain, and like all of a sudden you get it. Because you've got the Six of Pentacles, and this is talking about a fair and even trade. What effort you are putting into a relationship is being reciprocated. And so that goes back to the soul tribe, and that has not been the case for you. You've been in situations with people where it was Five of Swords energy and Seven of Swords energy, which is, this is conflict, and it can be arguments that are quite toxic. It can also be, you know, arguments where it's like healthy debating, where it's like you're actually enjoying the person's company and you enjoy the fact that they are coming from, you know, they have a different perspective. But in this case, I feel like has been giving you a headache. The Seven of Swords is talking about deception and manipulation, and this is something that really hurt you because you got the Ten of Swords. But the sun is rising. The swords are going to fall out of your back. This isn't the traditional tarot. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, there is a person lying on their stomach and they've got 10 swords in their back. You have been betrayed by people, but that is drifting away. You are the Page of Cups. Yes, you're just awakening to how spiritually gifted you are. You might already know you have psychic gifts, like I've said, but you're going to have a deeper understanding of just how psychic you are, how gifted you are, how creative you are, how special and unique your ideas are. I get the energy that for some of you, you've actually had ideas, and then somebody like maybe 10 years later actually like takes action on that idea, right? Someone that you don't know, right? Like you had an idea for a special gadget that would clean out yeast troughs, and then 10 years later you go into the hardware store and there's the gadget that you had thought of. Well, you didn't take action on it, so Spirit channeled that idea to somebody else. But they allowed you to have 10 years to think about whether you were going to take action on it. You're going to start recognizing like, oh, these ideas are meant for me. They're being, you know, there's a hold placed on this idea for me, but I'm going to need to take action on it. I think you're actually going to start doing that. You're going to like recognize it because you got the Three of Wands. So you have to start taking action on it. You need to like have faith that the ideas are special, they're unique, they're the miracles that are coming just for you, and they are designed to help you become, I wanted to say abundant, but I just kept saying billionaire. I kept hearing billionaire. So for some of you, you might be making a lot of money. I mean, it could be you become a billionaire, but it could be like you create a business that is like a $1 billion industry, or your company makes $1 billion. It doesn't necessarily mean it's on a personal level, but the King of Pentacles is extremely abundant, sees where there's opportunities, takes action on it, is able to manifest everything that they want in the physical world, is able to have the luxuries that he wants, be able to take a vacation when he wants to take a vacation, be able to, wear nice clothes and go to nice restaurants and have a nice car and live in a nice neighborhood and send their kids to nice schools, or if you don't want to have kids or you don't want to have a house, like, be able to travel the world, like, continuously, like, is able to manifest and create the life that they want, not the life that society is telling them that they should want, or that's all that they're ever going to be able to have access to. That's self-limiting beliefs. There's no limits on what you can achieve. You are the one that decides, like, when you're satisfied, when enough is enough. But it's just a matter of you asserting yourself and taking action, because we are co-creating with the universe. It would be so beautiful if we could just think of what we wanted and the universe just brings it to us, and we don't have to change anything and we don't have to make any decisions, and it's just like that. But it doesn't work that way in this life anyways. We had to work with the universe. So we place our order. You daydream, you journal, you think about what you want. You open yourself up to the ideas that are coming through to you, and then you take action on them, because the ideas that are coming through to you, even though it might not make sense, it is a stepping stone towards what you actually want to be doing, right? Like, when I first started getting channeled messages about Reiki, I was like, why am I taking Reiki? Like, it didn't make sense to me, even though I had this ability, because I knew what I wanted to be doing was utilizing my psychic abilities, and I didn't see the connection. Well, now I do channeled sessions for Reiki. So when you get a Reiki session done with me, I do the energetic healing, but I also go on a spiritual journey, a meditation during that session, where I get up to an hour's worth of psychic messages downloaded to me, because I'm a direct channel at that point. I needed to have that Reiki done so that I could do that, right? That was part of, and I had my Kundalini awakening, like, it was insane. It was so insane. The first time I cut an energetic cord for someone, I had such a transformative experience. Like, I thought I was floating. Like, it was insane, the energy that was channeled through to me. So sometimes it might not be exactly what you are thinking that you need your next step to be. You just have to trust that it's the right direction. Because I could have fought it, and I did push back a little bit at first. I was like, no, I want to do this other thing. And they're like, no, my guides, no, you have to go in this direction. And I did have to go in that direction. And I'm grateful that I went in that direction. And it all ended up building to what I do now, which is my feeling of complete fulfillment. I get to spend every day doing something that I absolutely love. It makes me feel like I am doing something beautiful in the world. I get to meet all of you beautiful people, and I don't have to grind away in an office anymore. I don't have to work for other people that don't understand me, don't value me, and are not giving me the rewards that I deserved based on the work that I was doing. All of that is gone out of my life. I literally don't have any stress, really. I mean, like, I don't have any toxic people in my life anymore. I just cut all that out. And it's like, now everything is just like beautiful King of Pentacles energy. And that's where you're being guided to as well. Yay, I'm so excited for you. Like, this is definitely going to take a little bit of time to unfold for you, because I feel like you're still at the stage where you're cutting some people or some self-limiting beliefs out, and you're going to transition into, like, the full awareness. You're still having to take those steps, but believe me, it'll be here before you know it. I just got 1 year, which I know probably sounds like a really long time, but oh my God, there's so many little steps that are going to happen within that year. Like, it won't feel slow, right? It's just, if you just take the first steps now, you will be where you want to be before you know it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. It was such a pleasure. If anyone would like to have a one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my website, odessamall.com. I also do Reiki, like I mentioned. I also do spiritual coaching. So if any of you wanted to work with me, I could actually guide you through some of this. And I do Akashic Records readings, past life readings. And if you want to be part of the contest that I'm running this month, you just have to subscribe to the channel and comment on this video or any video that I launched like within this month. And I'll be announcing the winner on October. What am I saying? October. October might be relevant to you. I don't know, have any idea why I just said October. So maybe somebody wanted that confirmation. So there you go, October. What I meant to say is I'll be announcing the winner on the 1st on my community tab. And if you could like and share this video, that would be a huge help. It helps with the energy exchange, which is a benefit to both you and I. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next reading. Take care.